Hey, Nelson, alcoholic addict. That's not my real name. That's my pen name that I use here at my newsletter. LOL sober. My daughter got her learner's permit recently. She's 16 years old, so she has legally been driving on the roads. And let me just tell you, it's kind of terrifying. She's doing great, and she is going to be a very good, safe, courteous driver, probably more so than her father. But it is early in the process. She is just figuring out how to turn the car on, let alone drive. And so when we get in the car and she turns the key, it is truly out of my hands what happens when we pull out on the road. I am pretty much powerless. I wish I had one of those old school driver's ed cars with the extra steering wheel and the brakes on my side of the car, but I don't have that. I have a regular old Honda CRV. And it really got me thinking about powerlessness and the idea of, like, what do I actually have power over? Like, really, what do I control? What do I have power over? I always say out loud that life is unmanageable and I'm powerless. And I know there is nuance to that. I can't just pray that somebody does my job for me and that a paycheck will arrive. I need to do the actual work to the best of my abilities and let go of the rest. But I need to get off my ass and do something. And I try to think about the serenity prayer. What can I change and what can't I? Try to do that on a daily basis. But deep down, even though I say that, deep down, really, really, really deep down, there's a part of me that thinks I'm pretty smart and I'm pretty resourceful and I'm pretty hardworking. I'm pretty efficient. I have a history of getting stuff done. So yeah, deep down, yes, in lots of situations, I have a voice inside my head propelling me to try to do too much, to be too aggressive, to set expectations and then hold grudges afterward when it doesn't happen exactly as I thought it should. And I always try to remember that idea that expectations are resentment seeds that I am burying and watering and planting, and then I allow them to grow into full-grown resentments. Expectations turn into resentments so frequently in my life. So in regard to my daughter's driving, I had very little control over what was going to happen. I could coach her up and talk about it, communicate with her as she drove, but we were at some pretty busy intersections, and if she hit the wrong pedal by accident, this newsletter entry did not happen. We are in the hospital. So it got me thinking, you start there and then you start thinking about how little I actually have any power over so many things. I can eat healthy and work out, but I'm not really responsible for whether my heart keeps beating or if I have a brain aneurysm. That stuff, like, when was the last time I thought about taking a breath and making it happen myself? Like, my body just kind of does it for me, and I don't have a lot of control over that. I also don't really have any control over other drivers. I used to think when I was drinking and drugging, like, I'm a really good driver, so even though I'm high as shit right now, I'll be fine. What if some old dude plows into me? I'm still getting a DUI and getting injured and all that other stuff. So, I could be driving at any point and somebody else plows into me, and that's it. So I can't control the roads. I have an awesome job, and I think I do it well, but what role do most of us truly have in whether our company makes a bad business decision or two and it goes out of business tomorrow? Like, honestly, unless you're the CEO with unlimited purse strings, you probably don't actually have that much power over it. And then, like, you start to think about other stuff. Like, did you know about 500 meteorites land on Earth every year? They make it through the atmosphere and they crash into the ground. Like, guess what? No matter how carefully I orchestrate my life, no matter how much money I have saved up, I could get clipped by a goddamn meteorite at any time. So, and what about the sun? Have you thought about the sun recently? We need the sun, don't we? What role have I played in making sure that the sun comes up every day for, the past few thousand years? Yeah, not a whole lot, So I'm going to stop there, okay? I found that list of things, once I started making it, I found it to be pretty scary, pretty terrifying actually. But when I make lists of things I'm powerless over, I usually end up feeling a sense of relief. Like it definitely felt like a relief when I realized I couldn't manage drinking and drugging anymore. I just had to give up. I had to surrender. And then beautiful things happened. And I find that to be the case. When you yield your power, it usually ends up in a good place. I heard somebody say at a meeting the other day that we're all just bozos on the bus. And I found myself nodding along. I really believe that. But do I actually think I am just a bozo on the bus? Because I have an inner voice that thinks I'm very special, just unique, very special. And it means a significant part of me thinks I'm not a bozo on the bus. I'm driving the bus. I own the bus, and you can all sit in the back. so, so it's helpful. The more I think about the things that I can't control, the more I actually find relief. I can let go of the rest, do my job, whatever that is, and let go of the rest. And it is an odd way of getting to the point where it helps me trust the universe, but it works. It works for me. Well, it worked right up until last night when a rabbit ran across the road in front of my daughter, and I yelled, "Watch out for the rabbit!" But hey, I'll keep driving with her, and I'll keep working on it. Thanks for letting me share.